from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome. Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show with Mike and Jay. Shalom, baby. Hello, Jay.
Gentlemen,
How are you, my friend?
it's good to be here.
Yeah.
It's good to be with you.
Yeah. A
What's
little
wrong?
exhausted today.
Little gallbladder issue? Or?
Well, that's involved. But no, we didn't. McCarty was here last night, and it just,
Yeah, no.
it's
Yeah,
2-day
yeah.
recovery. It is.
I don't need to say anymore.
Yeah.
I've got enough weed sitting here on my desk. I had scooped
Oh,
that
nice.
into a pipe and probably light it
Get
up.
high for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I had the same type of pile upstairs.
Is that right?
Crazy. Interesting.
Got a spitter next to my seat here. Yeah.
No, it was,
There's remnants all over the place.
it was a special day. It was good. It was today actually. If you're listening live right now, is the 11th of November, and that is the 3-year anniversary of Darren being sober from alcohol or pills, anything like that. And
Good
so,
for him.
Yeah, and that's not to be sloughed off. I mean, that's a tough thing to do, and you got to make some really big life-changing decisions to be able to alter your life to do that. It's hard. And so we congratulated him. And so he came by yesterday and did an hour and a half, and E was here with me, and I helped, I sat in with him because Tim couldn't be here. Perry was here, and we had a house full of listeners too, because they had planned on meeting at a bar. Some of our listeners, they do this. It's hilarious. They meet each other through the show and through social media, and then it's like, yeah, we're doing a meetup at this bar on the east side, and they'll all get together and hang out. And so there was like 6 of them that were getting together like right down the street. And so they were kind of busting my balls like, hey, man, we're literally at Mr. Joe's down the street. Can you come out and have a beer? And I'm like, no, fuck that. I don't want to do shit. I don't like leaving the house, But I'm like, I probably should go up there, whatever. And then I get a call. It's like, yeah, Mac wants to do a show this evening. Can we do it? And so it was like, oh, perfect out. I don't have to go anywhere now. I can't. I would love to, but I can't. And so when I talked to them, it's like, yeah, sorry, can't make it. This and that. I felt bad. I was just like, how many people are in the crew in the group that are at the bar? There's 6 of us. Well, who are the 6? I need to know who the 6 are. And it was the Costas, which is. You're on the fence now. I mean, when you're dealing with Matt and Christina Costa, it's like, oh boy,
yeah,
trouble. And then it's like, oh, Dan and Amanda, all right,
even it out a
all
little
right,
bit.
We're evened out. And then it was like Travis Bully and his wife Jennifer. Was
okay,
like,
you're definitely on the plus side.
We're on the plus side now. The Costas are trying to weigh it down one way as true monsters, and then the other guys are balancing out. And I was like, if you promise not to tell a fucking soul, and you don't bring anyone else. And you bring pizza, for Christ's sake.
You demanded a pizza. Nice.
I did. I said, you can come over here. And so it was cool. Darren, I talked to Darren. I was like, hey, man, I got some listeners. They might come by. He's like, yeah, fuck yeah, cool.
Ready-made audience.
Totally. Right. And so they came over, and it was a lot of fun. And like this morning, I get up and, what up, though? T-Roy comes out. He woke up at like noon or something. And I'm like, dude, I don't have any. I'm like, it might have been 10 o'clock at night. It might have been 6 in the morning. I don't know, like when I went to bed, or you guys were. I think you guys were headed to the hot tub at this point. And he's like, I think Perry left at 6, maybe 5. So I know the Costas and Troy and Perry, they were in the hot tub, and it's.
What happened to D-Mac? Is he still here?
He might be somewhere. He was the first one. He's like, fuck it. The show's done. Do I need to do anything else? I'm out of here.
Well, I had a big night planned of binge watching Netflix and Hulu. So
there you go. Yeah. And so everyone was fun. Everyone brought, of course, libations. And it was just like, oh, for Christ's sake. You don't want to be rude. And so you drink your ass off, and then you feel it all day long. And then so that's what we're dealing with today, but we'll power through. You're probably feeling all right. You didn't have much to drink.
I didn't even, dude. I had like a beer.
Yeah.
It was a weird situation in my life. I will say, I was at Kohl's buying pants on a Saturday, and we've
all been there,
right? My whole plan was just, after these pants, I'm gonna go watch the Michigan game, and I'm gonna watch some Hulu because I'm gonna stay in and be a good boy and save some money. I'm going on some trips, and then I get this text saying like, Darren McCarty wants to do a podcast tonight. I'm like,
I expect he was going to go, fuck you. No, I'm not coming over to do that.
It's one of those things in your life where you meet people, and it sometimes, like, my small child self would have been like, you even considered not hanging out with Darren McCarty? But I'm like, I've seen him a few times, and kind of wanted to watch that Hulu stuff. But then I was like, no, fuck, I gotta go. And it was awesome. I was really glad I did in the end. It was a really fun time and a fun.
I have more fun watching people meet a guy like that for the first time and hearing him, because I mean, obviously Jay, Darren well, and he's very loud, and he's fucking Iceman's over here, and people are just like glued. You can't help it. He's telling stories about guys that
dominates the room.
Yeah, very much so. But he's telling stories about people you watched on TV for all these years, and you cheered your ass off for, and you went downtown and celebrated with him with the cups and stuff like that. And it's like,
that did make it fun.
He's telling stories about Chelios and Hasek and Iserman. You're just like, fuck, this is amazing. And it's so fun to see people like that. And dude, I come down here and people have their phones out, and Darren's just like, all right, Tim, so I hear you're 10. You got to stay in school and work. He's like doing messages for people's fucking nephews and shit. And he's great at it. He's like, you might make it to the end of the show, but you might not. But one thing is, when I was playing, I always had to keep my grades up. Otherwise, I couldn't play hockey. So you keep your grades up and work hard. And
he's doing inspirational messages.
Totally.
No,
dude.
that stuff he's fucking great at.
He's
With
fantastic at it.
interacting with like fans, he is incredible. He's one of those people. He does make he kind of one of those people when he would talk about Bill Clinton being like this, but one of these people
Charisma,
that can
baby.
make everybody in the room
totally,
feel like he legitimately he's so happy to see each new person. I mean, he hugs people when they come in. He remembers their
down to
names.
earth, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a lot of fun. Like it's like he comes downstairs and like Matt will come down here and it's like D-Mac's like, cool, this is my new best friend downstairs. 20 minutes later, they're just fucking smoking and shooting the shit and making plans for the weekend. And you're just like, holy fuck, man, this is surreal.
So where can people find D-Mac's latest episode?
Yeah, we recorded an hour and a half, and some of it is funny as shit. Some of it is sad. Some of it is, heart
It gets deep at times.
It gets deep, yeah, yep. He gets mad. I think every time I'm on a microphone with him, I feel like at some point in the discussion he wants to punch my face out, and that happened again yesterday. He wanted to punch my face.
What's your escape plan? Like you've only got 12
I
inches
don't have one. I mean, I've just accepted the fact that at some point, somewhere, Darren is
just make
probably
sure you're
going to punch my face.
Make sure you're in the camera frame if it happens.
When it happens.
Please do not.
don't try to flee upstairs. Just take it. Don't
be on
turtle.
the
man.
live Facebook
That's what he
feed
says. Whatever, no matter what, don't ever turtle. And I'm like, well, what if I go and then run? But he'll catch me, dude.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, there's a weird look in his eye that he gets, and I'm like, I'm fucking with him. I hope he's fucking with me, but he really looks like he wants to punch me right now. And I'm not trying to fuck with him. He's hard to talk to sometimes. Yeah, sometimes he can take me the wrong way when I'm really trying to be nice. But it comes off as well and believable, and it's fun to hear him and him telling stories. You asked where you can find it. grindtimepodcast.com. If you just go online, grindtimepodcast.com. It's the latest one, episode 3, that we recorded last night. I think some people will get a kick out of it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It's as always a work in progress, so it's fun to have him over and everyone that came over last night. It was fun to see everybody. So
before we get much further,
yeah.
Mike, insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who provides it. Well, let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business. He offers all types of insurance coverage: auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900 for a free, no obligation quote today.
Jay, I do have in my possession, Isis had homework. He was given a homework assignment over the weekend.
I love this, man.
And it was, we're trying to smooth things, if it's even possible. He pulled his dick out at work when he was working at Red Robin. And so the Ansaras drained a keg. He's a piece of shit. And he's been banned for life from even going in the restaurant. And so we thought, maybe it'd be nice if you just wrote an apology letter to the family, the Ansara family. It'd be a start
at least.
So coming up at some point today, do you think we should read? I have he did a rough draft, and then he's got a final that he's happy with.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah, you want to do it?
Yeah.
Should we wait a little bit, or you want to just do it right out of the gate?
Let's do it.
All right. Do you want to read it? But I'm like, hey, you're not going to be able to read it any more than I am. I mean, it's classic Eric Fady. I mean, Eric Fady wrote this, right?
Spiral notebook. It's not a 3-punch. It's one of those ones with just the whole spiral side, 8.5 by 11 paper, and it's just ripped out with the spiral pieces everywhere. It's not neat in any fashion. It's half crumpled. Would you say half crumpled?
Yeah.
Was it
sure?
Kind of, just chucked into a bag maybe and then stepped on.
When I saw this, I went, because this would drive me nuts. The spiral mess, and I could not turn in a paper with that.
I'd even go find scissors before I gave that to someone.
I as soon as I looked at it, I went, no, it's being sent exactly like this. This is how they will get this letter.
Yeah.
Right. Without further ado, so Isis had a lot to apologize for. Dear Ansaras, my name is Eric Fady. Period. I used to work at one of your restaurants. Reastrauns. It's a new way of spelling it, right? I think they'll know, though, what he meant to spell there.
I spell phonetically, Mike.
Restaurants. To be exact, the Novi Red Robin. It was back in November of 06 through May of 07. I do not know if you remember a situation where an employee was fired for showing his genitals to a manager.
How did he spell genitals?
Genetals.
Okay.
So he's off by a letter. It's not terrible. I don't know if you remember an employee being fired for showing his genitals to a manager, but that was me. It was a game from a movie called Waiting. I was the one who started and got people on board, although not the only one that participated.
That's a fair point by me.
I wanted to write you all these years later, THES, these, to apologize, APPOLIGZE,
Oh my.
for my actions. And then he's crossed something out that he was trying to write there.
I know what happened there was I started to write the next page and then I just messed up too much. And I said I'm just gonna start on the next page.
This is gonna get tricky. All right. I just saw it as an immature game. Immature.
Let's hear it.
IMATURE. Immature. And this is where I think E made a mistake. The coming sentence here, I think.
Gross.
And we might have to he tries to say consequences, and it's like, dude, there's no fucking way on the planet you're gonna be able to spell the consequences. Are you shitting me? Come up with another way of saying, I never thought of the consequences. You want to take a shot at how he spelled consequences?
Oh man. K ONCECK, something like that. Consequences. Like there's no Q. There's no Q, right?
No, he's got a Q.
Oh, good.
CONSIQUNSES. But he literally was like consequences.
Dude, that's one that spell check wouldn't even recognize. You know what I mean? You'd do that and it would still be underlined. Go to Bing and start
typing consequences and see, or do it on your phone and see if they even recognize that as a word. CONSIQUNSES.
Well, I want to see if Word will, because Bing is an amazing tool. It
will
absolutely.
Recognize it.
Yeah. A Word document. Go on.
Okay. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. I now work on a podcast called Detroit Cast. Why'd you have to bring us into this E?
Well, there's a positive reason.
You're not supposed to start a sentence after a period with and, right? Lowercase a.
Lowercase a should not ever start a sentence.
I always thought and or but.
No, there's different schools of thought on the starting the sentence with and now, but it would have to have a capitalized A.
There's zero situations,
correct,
grammatically speaking, where a lowercase a should lead off the next sentence after a period.
It's kind of balls to start with that's what I was thinking. But to do it with a lowercase is just balls upon balls.
I now work on a podcast called a Detroit Cast, period, and lowercase a, have been grateful, GREATFULL. That's great and full. I mean, can't bust the spells too hard for that. I told you.
What's wrong with that? Grateful.
He's got a point. I won't argue. We have been grateful that some of your other establishments.
Oh boy, you got it. You nailed it.
I don't know how to spell establishments, I don't think, but ESTABLISHMENTS.
Fucking killed it.
Dude. High five, E. Nice work. It's the first time I've ever high five Big E. That your other establishments have shown us support over the years. I'm talking about Twin Peaks, including helping raising money for our favorite charity, the South Oakland Shelter. Thanks so much for that. I just want to again say sorry and hope you have a great upcoming holiday season. Okay. I get what you did. You don't know how they feel about, saying Christmas might be offensive to some people.
You want to say happy holidays.
Well, Thanksgiving / Christmas are both holidays. I wasn't going to just say Christmas.
Did you sit there and go, and sorry, is that like a Jew name? Did you do that?
No, that's the only thing I did Google. I will say I Googled how to spell in sorrows. I didn't know.
Upcoming UPCOMY or COMG. Holiday, HOLIDY. Season, SESON. Not kidding you. Look at the last 4 words of this page.
Did you give up on this page? Were you just trying to get done with this page?
I will say I had good intentions at the beginning. Like I had a rough draft that I wrote out, and then I started this one. And so I had good intentions at the beginning, to working a little harder, making it a little better.
It's the final draft.
And
Oh yeah, no, there's a rough draft upstairs.
But
This
then
is the final.
no, my point is, but to his point, by the end of this page, my hand was getting a little sore, and I was kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm
Have
done.
a great upcoming holiday season. Okay.
Yeah. P.S. Since S-I-N-C. Yep. Since I'm writing this apology, A-P-R-O-L-I-G-Y, I would also like. I think you meant like, but
Yes,
but you
I
wrote
did.
you absolutely L-I capital F-C. Right? He meant
Yeah.
like, but that's L-I
Yes.
capital F-C.
Also life. Yeah, absolutely.
To say sorry for getting drunk at our Christmas party. C-H-I-S-M-A-S. C-H-I-S-M-A-S. Christmas party.
Sorry.
You were so kind to throw us one and even give us a few free drinks. I took advantage and spilled a full keg of beer on the floor. I should, S-H-O-U-D, have been fired, F-I-R-D, then, but received, R-E-C-V-E-D. Jay, are you listening to me? R-E-C-V-E-D. I should have been fired, but received a second chance only to blow it. Sorry for that as well.
It's some kind of like court reporter shorthand he does or something.
I
You know what I
don't
mean?
think
Where
so.
where he knows what it says and so he just doesn't even bother, you know? It's like, oh, I know what I'm trying to say. Everyone else should too. Is that it? Is that the mindset?
I don't know.
You don't even try, do you, man?
I did. No, I kind of did. I will say that last page, the PS, I can't believe it, but my hand was so sore from writing.
Well, you've written almost 60 words.
I know,
mean, what do you expect?
exactly.
You're gonna get carpal tunnel if you don't.
So I
slow
kind of
down.
was just like, let's just get this going.
By the way, a Word document has no idea what to do with its consequences. No idea.
It's just like
It's left it red and underlined and has no suggestions.
So you right click on it and it just goes,
It's just-
dude,
it's-
fuck
yeah,
you. You
it's
got to do
like-
better than that.
yeah.
You got to get closer than that if you want my help.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like add to dictionary because I don't.
So I don't know who wants to mail this off.
Oh,
But-
he needs to fill out a letter in his own hand, or an envelope in his own hand.
Yeah, of course. Is it a weird way to end? I should have been, but received RECVED a second chance, only to blow it. I'm sorry for that as well. Should it end with like a sincerely?
You got to wrap
With
it up,
love.
man.
Okay, sorry.
truly-
Sorry, I will.
Yeah, Jesus.
it's not-
Regards.
Regards,
Be nice.
Sure, I'll
Regards, comma.
because it just feels like
Big E. Jesus.
Jesus, Big E.
Yeah, it's not even signed, E.
Okay.
My lord.
Yeah, it needs a little work, but I think
Maybe a couple stickers on there, a couple heart stickers, rainbows.
rainbows,
unicorns.
ponies. Sure. So anyway, I took a picture of just like, dear Aunt Sarah's, my name is Eric Fady, just like the first two sentences, and I sent it to Michael and Anthony and Sarah. And just said, teaser for the letter Big E is writing to your family.
Oh boy.
And Anthony wrote me back and said, that's great. My dad will get a kick out of it. I can't promise a lift of a lifetime ban, but I will put in a good word. This is a step in the right direction and a start to the healing process.
Well, he hasn't read it yet. I'm not sure it was sufficiently remorseful, but we'll see.
Oh my
We'll
God.
see what they take from it.
Oh my God. Oh.
What? Got poop?
What?
Oh.
No, I'm just in awe since
Oh.
SINC. I just can't get over since.
No,
I
he
think
gives up.
that's-
He gives up on it.
I think that's the one. Like consequences, whatever. That is gonna be a fucking murder. It's a crime scene. What he's gonna do to
Yeah.
consequences. But
That's a
since
crime.
SINC, wow. Yeah. Since.
Hey, I tried really hard on that.
I know
one.
you did. I can tell you worked hard on that, E. Congratulations.
Good work,
You're
E.
doing good. You're doing good work. Hey, did I tell you guys I broke a tooth last week? By
Yeah,
the way?
man. Yeah. What were you eating? An old mint or something?
Yeah, I
Huh?
was at a restaurant. It was when I was in Arizona, and I had just those like chalky white mints. God damn it, they're so good. They are. They
We
really
could
are.
argue about that all day long.
Right, but
That
this
and
one,
candy corn.
well, when they're stale, They're really hard. And dude, I took one bite and I was like, God, this tastes like tooth.
Are those ones that are in a little bowl and there's a spoon and you grab one yourself?
These
Oh,
were
Mike.
individually wrapped, but yes, those.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Chalky, yeah, I got you.
And I'm chewing it and I'm like, this tastes like teeth. I swear to God, my first thought
Tastes
was
like enamel.
God damn it, this thing is so stale and gross. It tastes like teeth. Turns out it was teeth. It was my teeth. And I had
Like the whole side of one.
dude, it was like you see like in the the when the ice caps or whatever are falling and like you see a whole wall
Yeah, that's it.
sheared off. That's what it did. It like broke in the weirdest way.
Did it expose a nerve and like end
No,
up in
no.
throbbing pain?
It didn't do that, but it was a weird. Like I've broken a tooth before, and it like this was just a weirder way of doing it. And so this is like a natural tooth of mine. It wasn't like a replacement tooth or anything, but I'd had like either a root canal or a filling. So they drilled into it at one point and they filled it.
Oh, yeah, with gutta percha. Therefore, you wouldn't feel it at all. You had no
Excuse
nerve.
me?
Yeah, gutta percha is the substance they stick down there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
absolutely.
fast. I
I've
gotta
had
remember
several
that.
myself.
Me too. Teeth suck, dude. They're the worst. Are dentist prices out fucking
They
rageous?
seem to be a little bit willy nilly, you know?
Oh, and I don't like. I've got a great dentist. She's awesome. I love her. She's fantastic. She does great work, dude. I'm sitting there. And she's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna take like a sander and just smooth it out. I know. I get the gas though. I'm like, give me the gas mask,
A little Dremel
dude.
going in there.
That's exactly what it was. It was
God.
a Dremel because it had this sharp edge.
Yeah, sure.
That's what happened to my tongue. So I was like, I need my tongue. I don't know what it is. If I bit it, if it's the tooth, it might be cancer. She goes, well, let's take a look. I'm like, it might be AIDS. I don't know what it is. She's like, well, let's take a look.
Well,
Right over her head.
He's got AIDS.
I didn't give him.
this is
AIDS.
what led to you looking for the Ambisol, which led to you discovering that your mom discovered that you were missing a cock ring.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
rock hard
Beaded.
beaded cock rings, exactly. So she's like, I'm just gonna smooth it out, and then you come back in a couple weeks, and we'll do a crown or whatever they do to cap it. Or
And you're
whatever.
like, how about you just smooth it out?
Yeah.
Did you talk about that?
Well,
Why
that's
don't you
the
just smooth it out so it doesn't cut my gum, and then nobody's gonna see it because it's way in the back.
way in the back.
Yeah.
There's a second one from the farthest one back.
Yeah.
Second guy in, second row. And so she's like, all right, 5 minutes. I got the gas mask on. I'm just starting to settle into my buzz. And she smooths the whole thing out. 5 minutes. She's like, all right, you're done. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, all right. And then
There
take
we
the
go.
mask off. And I'm like, well, fuck, can I sit here for a few more minutes and just
Yeah.
enjoy the buzz or something? And then she gives me a bottle of this thing that I create, this like stuff I put on my tongue
Yeah.
for whether it was AIDS or whatever it was.
He's got AIDS.
And it did. It was bang up job. $45 for this fucking little bottle.
Okay, but how much for the doctor's work?
Dude, $222. I'm not kidding. 3 to 5 minutes, maybe. Done. Out.
Yeah, but you had to get the gas too, dude. The gas. You could have been like, hey, doc, I don't feel this. This is a root canal tooth. I don't need the gas.
Yeah.
Hmm?
You think they?
Yeah,
think they nicked
that
me
gas is
pretty
where
hard
you
for the
got
gas?
They
Yes,
nicked
dude.
you hard on the gas, man.
So she goes, while we're at, so you're gonna come back, and I go, she goes, you'll have to come back and do the cap or crown, whatever it was. I was like, oh, what does that run? She's like, oh, it's not bad. I go, well, what is it? She's $1,800.
I was gonna say, dude,
It's
at
like,
least 1,000.
Not bad, $1,800. And then remember when the dog knocked this tooth out?
I do.
Remember that I took the picture and I had to go in. They popped the tooth in. Well, that was like not a temporary, but they want to go in and either do
Do
one
an
of those,
implant.
an implant, or they can do a bridge where they connect it to another tooth.
But then they have to destroy 2 teeth.
Right. And so I'm like, she's like, we still need to do that at some point. This is a weaker tooth right now. You're going to want to do something about this. And I'm like, okay, well, which one's cheaper? And she's like, the bridge is cheaper. I'm
But
like,
you have to destroy 2 teeth.
right. She goes, I go, well, how much is that? She's like, oh, that's like $3,600 for the one, and then like $3,600 to connect it to the other.
Oh
And
my
then
god! Oh
if-
my god!
I won't know till I get in there, but it might be an added fee just a little bit if I needed it. I'm like, added fee of like what? Like she's like, I don't know, $800.
Oh yeah, just whatever.
Like, oh yeah, 10 grand.
Oh my God.
I'm like, are
man.
you fucking kidding? I'm like, look, I'm getting insurance now that doesn't kick until January. Can I
You're
make
not
it?
getting dental insurance though.
I
I don't-
might.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
yeah.
what am I gonna do?
Given this, you probably should if you're gonna have all this work done.
Holy shit!
To
it's
me,
just-
that signals. I guess I'm not having that work done.
Yeah, but if it falls out, then it's just like, well, I'm just that guy without a tooth now. And she's like, this is going to be a problem. Start eating on the other side of your face. I think we can make it to January.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And she said, here's the problem. And I didn't know this. When they fill in a tooth like that with a
Gutta percha,
every time you bite, the tooth separates just a
what?
Yes, dude, because it's been gutta percha's been thrown in there, and the tooth starts separating. So that's why if you eat
I am a visual learner, so that helped me there. Yeah, that whole thing, and then you can see how it could just shave off the side.
That's exactly. She goes, if you're not careful, the front side will shave off. Now another $1,800.
Oh, Mike.
On top of the $1,800, another $1,800.
It's outrageous.
And I'm like, fuck, man, that sucks. She's like, yeah, it weakens it. I'm like, boy, that's not like bones at all, because bones, you break a bone, and they're like, well, yeah, it's stronger now. There's a stronger bone now. Teeth are the opposite. Teeth are dicks when you get work done on
It's
them.
amazing, dude. Just how oral hygiene is so fucking important. You just don't pay that much attention to it. You know, it can cause you so much pain and expense in your life.
Is there a worse pain, honestly? Like if you have a tooth thing issue, it is paralyzing.
Yeah.
I mean, it will shut down everything.
And even if it's not the pain, if it's just a little, something's off, like last week for you, something was off on your tooth and it was rubbing and it just caused this whole bullshit thing going on.
That or AIDS, I don't know for sure, but
He's got AIDS.
Something did. But then it got me thinking, though, when it was like, wow, bones are stronger when they break. And I was like, you know what? If I had a kid, I would break every fucking bone in his body.
By the way, you're throwing this out there like that's, I mean, I'm not saying that you're not 100% right, but I think, isn't that just like maybe once in a while? Like,
no, have you heard? You've heard that, right?
I have heard that, yeah.
Have you heard
in the spot that it's broken, yeah. The exact spot. That
really?
It's broken. It fuses stronger.
Why don't we break every bone in a baby's body when they come out?
Yeah, every single millimeter of their bone, yeah.
I mean,
crush it, and then snort it, and I don't know.
Let it heal.
Oh.
And I'm not saying like I'm gonna break every fucking bone in your body, baby. It's like,
oh, I thought you were suggesting we snort a baby.
No. I was like, oh, sweetheart, I want you to have the best chance possible in the strongest bones possible.
You just want to steamroll a baby.
So
you don't want to snort it.
No. I just want to snap one by one. How many bones are in a body?
Oh boy.
Is it hundreds?
Yes.
So right out of the gate, we snapped 210 bones.
It's not bad.
And then that kid growing up, it's like, go ahead, fuck with my boy. He's got the strongest bones in school. I guarantee it. Broke every one of them when he was a baby.
I don't know, Mike. 206 bones.
There you go.
No, 300 bones at birth. This total decreases to 206 by adulthood.
What?
After some are fused together.
Dude, I do not remember losing bones.
No.
They fuse to get, like what, your ribs?
Well, there's all sorts of shit. Like, I find this all the time when Russell gets hurt and we take him. They're like, well, you know, this is a growth plate and this will ultimately come together, but this and that, and this is the problem here. And shit's just kind of shifts and then fuses. Yeah.
I'm learning so much today. I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Bones fuse with other bones. They
become
friends.
Speaking of Russell, though, and speaking of teeth, he's getting his wisdom teeth out next week, I think it is.
Oh, it sucks.
And the expense of it, like we have zero dental insurance, you know, so I just don't go. And then the kids go, the kids go periodically.
We're on the same page. I got you.
And we just, you know, bite the bullet and pay, you know, $400 for the three of them to get their teeth cleaned or whatever it is.
Sure.
But he needs to get his wisdom teeth, and I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? Yeah, you know, doctor, they fit in there. And he's like, well, really, only the two are the problem. The bottom two. I'm like, sweet, we keep the top two. He's like, no, the top two, they have nothing to then hit on, so they'll actually grow down.
No,
like vampiric, like
whoa,
rear vampire
fangs? Yeah. No way. How far will they grow?
Yeah, he's like, it's a big problem because then they'll grow down and start to touch his gum. And
did any part of you think like, I'm willing to risk it?
Yeah,
I'm willing to try
I just want to see this, you know, like witness it.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you can't, sir. I'm sorry, we can't. That would be child abuse.
So what would happen if you just said, fuck it, we're not taking the wisdoms out?
Well, the problem with the wisdoms are you spend all this fucking money because in our culture, kids have to have perfectly straight teeth, right? We have to have perfectly green grass. The kids have to have perfectly straight teeth. So he's been through all this orthodontia work, whatever.
Orthodontia,
sure. So he's been through all this shit, and the wisdom teeth are distressing that whole thing, right? Because one's coming in cockeyed.
They're being bullies. They're causing problems.
The goddamn lower left one is a dick. Oh. And if it wasn't such a dick, he would be okay. But here's the problem. So you got to take that one out. Well, then you don't have anything for this to press on. And
vampiric.
And then the bottom one, it's just a little off, couple degrees, and we're not sure how that's going to come in, and that could screw everything up.
Yeah.
Then it shifts everything the orthodontist worked on, and you can't have that. So you resolve to take them out. It's interestingly somewhat affordable to get the things pulled. But what I was looking at is the way they price it out. They go
here we go.
15 minutes of not Novocaine, 15 minutes of the
numbing
agent.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Russell, look. I'm like, because the doctor's
You're
like,
a man, right?
The doctor's like, yeah, it's a really quick procedure. Probably take me a half hour. I'm like, Russ, could we get away with 15 minutes of this, you think? And then you just muscle through 15. He's like, probably, but
if it knocks $30 off the top, though, dude, I mean, and then you know what you do? What you do is you start there, and then if Russell starts screaming
if
bloody
it's
murder,
bad, right? You can just inject another one. Yeah,
shoot another one.
Right.
It's like, all right, fuck, he was a pussy. We had to add $30 more to the time.
Exactly, but let's see how it goes, right? So that's kind of where we are. I'll be sitting there next to him, and I'll be like, all right, $30 more bucks.
Yeah,
you know?
fuck. All right, now I'm again. He's crying.
No, it's a bitch, man. I mean, and on the way out, I'm like, Russell, did you just see what he priced for us in terms of a 30-minute procedure?
Yeah.
How about you think about going to dental school? I don't know.
That.
And he's like, yeah, some teeth are gross and I hate them. Like, well, you could get over that.
Yeah, you'll get used to it. Once you've seen one shattered tooth and a gross mouth with that green shit and black shit,
Like, dude, you could
teeth.
You have these things lined up, do a couple a week at least, right? And
why is it so fucking expensive, dude?
Because, dude, they're fucking professionals.
I don't care. There's lots of professionals. It's like
it really is artistry,
know.
though, because it's so touchy and it does affect all the other your whole bite and there's tons of infection that can occur and all that. I get it. I'm not.
Well, if I was pricing it, like honestly, okay.
So Mike is
going
to price out dentistry based on.
Hear me out.
Okay.
When I've got a tooth that's bad, right? They make me do that. All right, bite down on the thing, and it makes an implant. It makes an imprint of it.
Yeah, and you pay, $80 for that.
It should be less than that. There's no way it should be. It should be like $10, dude. It's a
based
little
on
bit
what?
of putty, just because it's putty.
Based on,
and I'm doing all the work, not them. They're just putting it in my mouth. I bite down, and then they send that out, and some other genius molds your tooth.
Right.
Fine, $200. He gets $200 to make this tooth.
That's fair, yeah.
And then they come and you come back, and then they go. They basically just screw it into they drilled out a hole and a female to male, and then they just screw it in. $50.
Yeah,
dude.
You've screwed stuff in.
Dude, totally. It's like
there's
light
jokes
bulb.
about it. How many Polacks does it take to screw it?
Yeah, totally. So she gets my tooth. She screws it in. $50. Here's $50. Like,
it's fair,
dude.
You're not a cheapskate.
$260. The whole. What is this $3,800 bullshit?
You don't not want her to be paid. It's just
no. I mean, she should absolutely be paid for her time and work. But $3,000 an hour? The top lawyers in the country make $1,000 an hour.
A lot of that is the formation of the porcelain tooth.
Throw another $100.
But that's my thing,
fine.
dude. You really should have questioned her. Like, look, listen, this is my backmost tooth. I can't. Nobody's gonna see this. Nobody's gonna see it.
Yeah.
Can you just round it out and
she did
and do something to make it just comfortable and make it last? And her suggestion would be no, because it's weakened now and the other part would break. But at least have that conversation. I would.
Yeah. Well, her suggestion would be no, we can't do that because then I can't charge you $3,000.
And that's where you go. Well, I guess I'm gonna go down the street.
In.
I'm gonna go get a second opinion.
Yeah.
Dude, we jump dentists all the time, man.
Really?
Yeah.
She's so sweet.
Oh, see, you're drilled in, and she knows you're drilled in. You gotta leave, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta find a new.
You gotta shop her.
What?
Yeah.
You think I'm being run?
I do think you're being run.
Taken?
I do. She knows you're drilled in. You're second generation. You're fucking crazy, man. You're getting charged double.
I've never questioned the price.
You're a second generation patient to this dentist.
I've never questioned shit.
Damn, man.
Do you question? Do you go, wait, whoa?
Yeah.
$1,800.
Yes,
what?
I go, okay, well, thanks. I'm gonna we might be back. I don't know.
I'm going to Bill's dentist.
Yes, and it's a bitch, and they know it's a bitch, and they know you don't want to do it, but you have to in this day and age.
See, they go,
no
well, that'll be $10,000, and I go, well, that stinks. All right. Well,
where do I sign?
How do I guess I'll sign here. Sit down, I guess.
Can I put my house mortgage down here or what? Like,
you have to be a better advocate for yourself,
yeah,
Mike.
I'm terrible. I'm a terrible shopper.
Better consumer.
Do dentists have sales? Do they have wholesale? Like, yeah,
they actually do. Honestly,
Memorial Weekend, 50% off.
They do. If you see, I'll see commercials where they'll say, "Hey, we're doing a thing. for a few months or for a month I don't know what they are, but I've seen
Dude,
sales.
they will work with you. Listen, Gab will go and be like, all right, I gotta get a cleaning. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you do. I don't, but go ahead. And so she'll go and the hygienist will be like, okay, well, I'll have the doctor come in. And she's like, whoa, wait. How much will that cost me if the doctor comes in and looks? She's like, well, I can go check. And they come back and they're like, well, it'll be a minimum of $115. And she'll be like, no, I'm good. I don't feel any pain. So if you don't see anything glaringly crazy, hygienist, then I'll just leave now.
Can
She'll
she?
be like, okay.
Will she haggle? Be like, I'll give you 75.
No,
leave
she
it.
hasn't
Final
had
offer.
to do that. I assume they'd be open to it though, because they were like,
Yeah.
okay, and they let her out of the chair.
I didn't even know that was an option.
I know.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I
I know.
never thought about that.
Well,
Because you're right. There's a lot of glaring stuff. The doctor comes in and just kind of does.
Yeah, puts a little thing. He barely touches your mouth with that little mirror.
Stupid mirror. Oh, I hate that mirror and that little pick. Looks good.
Yeah, it
Spray
presses
water.
on shit. You know?
Oh, I hate that pressing on
if
the
it
teeth.
sticks, you're fucked.
Fucked, and it does.
I'm like, doctor, maybe that's just an old juji fruit. I don't know.
If it sticks, you're fucked.
You
You're
are.
right.
You
You're
are.
right. I never
it's like, well, stop sticking shit in there, dude. It's fine until you start sticking shit
Yeah,
in there.
maybe your hygienist fucking sucks and didn't get the jujube out. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not a cavity. Come on, get the jujube
Dude,
out.
I never even considered just having her do that part and say, yeah, I don't want the doctor to come in.
You can do it. And you can tell
It's
her
a great-
to fuck off on the fluoride too. There's
Really?
studies now that say fluoride's really, really bad for you and you shouldn't have
Tell
it.
that to the Brits. Holy shit! Isn't that the age of when their teeth are all
Yeah,
fucked
I
up
know.
over there? Is the fluoride thing?
Hey, speaking of money,
Yeah.
you have an annual physical to make sure you're healthy. What do you do each year to make sure that you remain financially fit? Well, our friend Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial specializes in thoughtful and objective investment guidance designed to keep your finances in shape. So call Mark today, 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
Hey,
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Don't you
Mike,
dare.
Don't step over my big
gentlemen,
line there.
Apologize.
Jesus Christ.
Jay, you remember a couple of years ago, you dug in hard. You took serious issue with
Many things.
the fine folks that Untuck It.
Yeah. God. Yeah.
Right? Guy basically cut an inch off the bottom of a
Dude,
shirt.
not even an inch.
Yeah.
Eighth of an inch. Cuts an eighth of an inch off the bottom of a dress shirt.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, look, we've made these amazing shirts that can be worn untucked. And
They would never get away with that over at Prana, would they, Jay?
Hell no. Prana doesn't act like that.
Well, I never understood. I was like, is Jay being too hard on the fine folks that Untuck It? I was on board. I wanted to support
Revolutionary new design.
you, but yeah, the guy, the owner, was in the commercials. Thought
Yeah.
he was hot shit
Did
because
think
he
he was
you know,
hot.
took an eighth of an inch off of the bottom of a shirt, and now he's a genius. Well, I saw a commercial over the weekend for another product, and I was like, have you seen the commercial for ScotteVest?
No.
And I hope I saw this the way I think I saw it, but
This doesn't sound real, dude. This sounds like a SNL bit. ScotteVest?
I think
Wait, is this the thing where it's got 1 million pockets and shit?
he put pockets on a jacket, dude.
Yeah, but there's like 1 million of them, aren't there?
You just added more pockets to a fucking jacket.
It's a revolutionary new design, Mike.
Is it? Is
But
it?
look, you don't see all the pockets. This does not look like it's a goddamn parachute pant.
He's the creator and CEO of ScotteVest, Scott Jordan. I want to see his commercial and see if I.
My ScotteVest jacket has all these hidden pockets that allow you to carry whatever you need, wherever you go, and no one will ever know. We call it ScotteVesting.
Look at all those things on the right. Did you see that?
Keep my hands free of my boarding pass, camera, phone, and tablet within easy reach.
I ScotteVest when I'm out with the kids or on my way
Chicks
to a
look
meeting.
stupid with ScotteVest on.
Looks so stupid.
Look at that chick running in the background.
I ScotteVest when I'm outdoors, so I can quickly get to my binoculars, camera,
terrible green
map,
screen work going on
phone,
there, by the way.
without having to dig through a backpack.
Dude, who's walking around with an iPad in their jacket?
And special features like RFID blocking, ScotteVesting will change your life. Try it out.
Will it?
Own the moment. ScotteVest.
I think this is a
Visit
big Kickstarter one. One of these ones where they were seeking 50 grand and
Really?
ended up with like 5 million or some shit.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
People leapt at this.
Dude, who's walking around with a Minolta camera, like old school
know.
giant 4-pound Minolta camera in their
Old men
jacket
like
pocket?
Scotty, the creator, you know?
ScotteVest, really? You need your name to be on the product so bad?
Phone, wallet, keys. That's it, Scotty.
I mean, honestly, has this been like, I'm all for building a better mousetrap, but have we been walking around in shit jackets all these years going, if I just had places to put my stuff?
No.
No.
Yeah, that's an old man marketing to old men.
Yeah.
I could see my dad wanting a ScotteVest.
Really?
I could see your dad want. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like
yeah.
that.
What's wrong with a fanny pack?
60 to 80-year-old man. I could see Paul wearing a ScotteVest.
Sounds like your Christmas
Just got
shopping
easier,
is
didn't
done,
it?
man. Yeah. Starting at $60.
Yeah.
Paul can carry his iPad right there.
Starting at, by the way, what is where does it go from there? Like, where's the high end of the ScotteVest?
Well, you saw one version was just a vest. Were those zip-off sleeves or?
I don't know.
But if it doesn't have the pockets, why does it? I mean, how?
Well, have you binged this either? There must be different.
I guess I haven't, but
you haven't shopped these ScotteVest.
I just saw the commercial. I was half paying attention to it, and I was just like, dude, did this guy just add a couple extra pockets to a jacket? Now he's like revolutionized
This is
jacket
very Untucket-esque. Very Untucket-esque. You're right, man.
It seems like, and if it was just like, oh, hey, it's a new vest with extra pockets.
And what happens when people are like, go fuck yourself on this fashion, this style, right? You know?
It's kind of members only-ish.
A little bit.
Do you see it?
Yeah, a little bit. And sorry, but chicks aren't going to wear this. They're
You
just
don't think
not.
so?
No.
Yeah.
well, yeah. Look at dude starting at 60. Where's the 60? Because these ones right here, everything I'm seeing in men's at the beginning is all 100 plus.
Oh, dude, let me tell you something. I could see Pat wearing this, Mike.
Yeah, I
Mike, could you see this nice red?
Yeah.
On Pat?
Mm-hmm.
My God.
She's a vester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could
she
totally
is.
see her.
She does
She
like
is.
vests, doesn't she?
She likes a good sweater and a vest.
Her and
Yep.
Bob. Yeah, traveling out to the West Coast with their ScotteVest.
I will say this, dude. I do like,
Going on just a quick hike.
I do like
on a
how you
trail.
can like go over the item and it shows you where the pockets are.
Listen, man, do you know how fucking heavy that would be and how
Oh.
cumbersome?
Oh, it'd be heavy as hell, dude.
Like, can I see somebody wearing one with it packed
Right.
like that? Because it's going to be hanging on you, right?
Or, by the way,
or is
the
that
real
the beauty
person.
of the ScotteVest?
Well, look
that
at
it
these
doesn't
models.
hang in a.
By the way, I'm looking at the website. He's got the website here.
What are these shirts?
Has this son of a bitch slipped in an Untucket style shirt?
That son of a bitch.
Just like, why is that
That's
there?
an Untucket. Like, that dude has seriously cut
Does
an
it have a
inch
bunch
off.
of crazy pockets and shit, or what?
No, it doesn't
It's
look
just
like
a
it.
goddamn shirt.
Oh, wait a minute. That one.
That one's got a bunch of
Just
stuff.
I guess you can't see it because of the blue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got
some
his
things in
patented pocket.
Dude, in a shirt, it would
So
be terrible.
You're wearing a
imagine that?
button-down shirt. This is just a standard button-down
There's
polo shirt.
things
And
in there.
You got your glasses in there, your iPad.
No. You know what it does to a kangaroo pouch hoodie? Just
Oh.
putting a phone and keys in there.
Yeah, and it's cumbersome and weighs you down.
What is these pants?
You know what he's doing?
Why are there pants on here?
Scotty is fighting.
I mean, pants have the pockets, right? Are there more pockets he's throwing in the pants?
Yeah,
Well,
but without the parachute pant look.
Yeah,
That's
and
the beauty of it.
I've often thought if I could just get an iPad hanging around my knee,
Oh, look at
it'd be
these
good.
ones.
It'd be good for walking because that would make sense, obviously.
It's the iPad thing.
Look
that
at
gets
these
you,
ones
isn't it?
right
It's
here.
the iPad, dude.
Yeah.
That's such a big. And the guy's like, yeah, when you're looking for a place, you just stick an iPad like that's normal. Like, dude, who's walking around the park with an iPad?
Right.
First off, your phone's not good enough. Stop it.
No, the only time I could see that being like practical is if you're traveling and you're, how they sell all these things where they're basically fanny packs when, anti pocket pickpocketing
Sure.
shit, it keeps it close to your body and shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's how they market it to these old dude. It's our dads who this is being
Yeah.
marketed to, not us.
You can see the jingle
And
and the guy.
I could see my dad wearing that.
Yeah, I could too. See, I was thinking like if you're a professional pickpocket or thief, like maybe the ScotteVest would make sense for you. You can grab more things and put them away.
Oh, you're thinking of the thief himself.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
thinking
no.
of the victim.
No. I'm thinking of the professional thief.
Oh, wow.
for
Turning
the,
it around.
for the professional thief in your life.
Dude, you
This
just
holiday
you
season.
just doubled the market for ScotteVest.
They
right?
could market to that, like, for that special thief in your life, this holiday season. It's like, he wants to lift a Minolta camera off someone's hip. Boom, it's right there in
It's
his
hidden in the
ScotteVest.
vest.
It's perfect for him.
Yeah, that's interesting, dude.
Hmm.
But I really do think there's a backstory to this, and maybe E can bing it on the break or something. But there is something about this where it grew exponentially because consumers were like, fuck yes, and they contributed to it or reacted to it really quickly.
Those things are so cool, those campaigns like that.
Yeah.
My dad does a lot of those for like hi-fi equipment.
Oh, really?
Well, these headphones are supposed to be revolutionary. I gave him $100.
Early adopter Bob.
Like,
man.
all right.
He's the definition of early adopter.
Yeah, he's into all that stuff. Over the weekend, anything exciting? Did you guys watch any tackle ball?
You know, I didn't see any. I saw like 2 plays of the Lions game only on Twitter, and neither of them looked very good.
Dude, I can't do it. I can't.
I feel bad for people who really love this team because it's just like Stafford sounds like he's just total ass this whole season.
Dude, what is that
They
about?
teased everybody, what, 2 weeks ago was it, where they beat somebody, maybe it's 3 weeks ago now,
Yeah.
to go 3-3.
Yeah.
And everybody, oh man, maybe you can make
When they
the
beat
playoffs.
Miami, that's
Yeah,
what it
that
was.
was it.
When they beat Miami.
Did they win 3 in a row? Was it 2 out of 3
I
and
thought-
3 out of 4? Or
I don't
something
remember
like that?
exactly.
And then they lost to Seattle, Minnesota, and then
in
now
bad
today,
fashion,
Chicago.
all of those games.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible fashion, actually.
Dude, and that's the thing. We don't need to spend time talking about this fucking team, but I'm like, we've got this quarterback, and we have. Well, I'll speak for myself. I have been an apologist for Stafford. Like, dude, I remember what it was like the 30 quarterbacks before him.
I'm with you, dude.
Who all sucked. Like, he's a franchise type guy. Like, I get it, people that get pissed at him, but I don't think Matt Stafford is truly the biggest problem on the line. I don't think that's your problem. But watching him this year, it's getting really, really hard to, and I don't know what it is because he's not injured. It's like, remember, he's having a great season, then he bangs his thumb on a helmet, and it's like all of a sudden he's fucked, and all he sucks for the rest of the year. You get that. He's not hurt, and it's like, why all of a sudden on a 10-yard out is he throwing at people's feet?
Dude, and this
or horribly
honestly,
overthrowing people? Like, I've just never seen that from him, even as a rookie. I don't
Let me ask
remember
you this,
that.
gentlemen. Is it as simple as the eye of the tiger?
I
Has
know.
he lost the eye?
But why? He doesn't want to win all of a sudden? He's got his money now?
I'm not saying it's
got the
conscious.
kids and the money.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, the kids.
Like maybe not consciously, but you
Dude,
lose the eye of the tiger when you gain that fucking big contract and
Yeah.
got everything kind of set, right?
Do you think that's possible? He's got
I
the
think it's
money,
possible, but
and he's got the twins. Like, you know how hard it would be to get to that level, though, to get there. Like,
But
I
you know
just
what,
don't think
though,
it
dude?
could
He's in
fall
what a
apart
great
that
situation.
fast, but-
What a great situation he's in, dude. The Lions. He was for a second there the highest paid player in the league for a
For a
team
day,
that's
sure.
terrible. A city that has never won, that has, it just is what. There's no pressure on him whatsoever. And they had some clip. I'm not someone who likes to read necessarily into like press conferences and something, but man, they had some questions this week where they were just asking about this stuff and whether it affects him. Is he happy? He's like, and it was just seemed like it was very just, I mean, it is what it is. And I mean,
because Rich Gannon got on.
Yeah,
him
yeah,
last
and he
week,
kind of was just
called
kind of
him way
like
overpaid, and,
right,
yeah.
and he was just kind of like, he didn't sit there and just say, at least just say, dude, of course I want to freaking win. I know things aren't going good, but it was just no, I do my thing, man. I'm not worried about it. I'm like, oh, you're not? Well, that's nice to know.
Yeah, I wouldn't read into anything he says necessarily.
But the problem is when these things happen,
it is weird to hear what his stats are and how he just tends. He's apparently been bad from day one this season. And
Yeah.
And you said you're an apologist, but I'm the same way. I don't watch it as close as you, but dude, to me, I felt like coming into this season, like I think we had a big argument with Mayer, didn't we?
Right.
Accountant Kyle Mayer.
Oh, yeah.
And he was, dude, this guy is nothing but Andy Dalton, he kept saying.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he compared all these stats to very mediocre people. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, I don't know, man.
I'm always like, well, if you put, and I know it's impossible, but if you put him on a team with like a real line and a running game, and would Matt Stafford be the problem there? No, Matt Stafford will be able to. He's able to scramble. He's able to get out of trouble. Usually, he's able to hit guys in stride, throw the deep ball. Like, he's got all the tools. We've seen him do it. So it's just weird. Like, the game today was horribly frustrating. The Bears. It's like watching Mitchell Trubisky or whatever just tear that defense apart. Throws for career high 370 yards.
Of course he did. I didn't watch it. But
Scrambles out of trouble, and Stafford's just sitting in the pocket, just that fraction of a second too long, and they get sacked. Dude, 16 sacks in 2 games.
Oh shit!
How do you your quarterback get knocked on his ass, not hit, sacked?
They've invested
16
so
times.
much in the O-line. It's crazy.
It's like first rounder after first rounder after first rounder, and then you see these guys leave, and it's like, wow, Laken Tomlinson's doing all right over here now. These guys that Ebron, he's had some drops, but he's had some big games too. I don't know. It's just horribly frustrating.
It is frustrating.
Like,
I feel bad for you Lions fans.
every yard today was like dental surgery. It was like every fucking foot they moved the ball was torture.
And you know what dental surgery is like, Mike.
Oh, I do.
I don't think we have to go back over that.
It's going to put a dent in your wallet is what it's going to do. It's terrible. I'm jealous of you guys that are like, fuck it. I watched 30 seconds. I was out, and you're just like, nah.
I knew going into the day I wasn't gonna
highlight
watch.
on Twitter. But
So,
so I'm
the
like,
2 highlights I saw were not good.
and I'm sitting here just like watching on my couch. I was like, oh my god, I've been watching this for 3.5 hours. This game was over 3 minutes in. It was 21-0. Oh no, it wasn't, because the kicker for the Bears hit the goalpost twice on extra points and twice on field goals.
Did any of them go in? Or
No.
they just clubbed them?
Bang.
Who did that a few weeks ago? Was it Green Bay's
Green Bay,
kicker
yeah,
who missed
yeah.
5 or
missed
something?
a shit
4?
ton.
Dude, banging it literally. Like dead. Not one of those where it hits and then goes left and, I almost made it.
Yeah.
No. And
Wow.
then like 4
It's
times.
remarkable.
Incredible.
Sorry.
You know, if you say go ahead and
Well,
continue your.
you know
he
what,
does
I
that
thought-
all the time.
I know
No,
he
but
does.
you know, I have a
God, it makes it 50 times worse.
No, sometimes the problem is Mike.
Just say
is-
and then go.
The problem is sometimes I say something and I thought Mike was done with the Lions and I was gonna chime in about the fucking vest thing, and then all of a sudden in a split second it sounded
You know
like
what?
he was
In
gonna
that
talk
split
more.
second, you're deciding we're going vest now.
Okay,
And go
yeah.
with
That-
it.
okay,
Don't
well, that-
apologize,
yeah.
man.
Okay.
And the
well, that's
fact
what
is,
happened there.
your gut was right. I was completely done with the Lions.
Okay,
I
well,
would
my
have
bad.
loved
Should
for you to
trust-
take the ball and go vest.
I should have trusted my gut. So the thing is that it was on the Shark Tank in 2012.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh, that'll do
So
it.
that's where he chose not to accept, by the way, an investment offer of $1 million, up to
Okay.
$1 million. But
Who offered? Does it say? Which one of the
you know what? It
sharks?
doesn't say here.
Really? It doesn't say which one of the sharks.
This isn't his
offered?
media. I mean, it's on his own Wikipedia page, not the Shark Tank Wikipedia page. It was episode 307 of Shark Tank. But then he also has apparently an autobiography, Pocket Man, the unauthorized autobiography of
This
a
guy's way into
passionate
pockets, man.
personal promoter, was published on October 30th, 2014.
Oh my God.
He's too into pockets. He's obsessed with pockets.
He really
the
is,
pocketry.
dude.
I'm surprised his little vest drawing here doesn't show like a pocket to fit my book.
Mm,
Self promoter.
yep. Are you done, E? Are you
Yeah,
tapped
that
out
was
on
it.
vests?
Yep.
Okay. If you find anything new that you think
Okay.
is relevant, needs to be brought
I
to
will.
the table, please.
I have your permission to butt in?
Yes. Try not to before
Okay.
you do it.
Okay.
Did you see Saturday Night Live over the weekend?
I saw the relevant portion. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Ben Crenshaw. Not Ben. Dan Crenshaw.
Yeah, I keep doing that too.
Who is Ben Crenshaw? Why are we
It's
doing
a golfer, right? Isn't he a
Yes,
golfer?
that's it.
I was like, why do I keep thinking
Yeah.
Ben Crenshaw every time? I think he's a European golfer. But anyway, Pete Davidson, if you didn't, last week, I mean, he had that joke, and we didn't defend Pete Davidson, but it was like, oh, come on, stop acting like anti-America, anti-veterans. It was a dumb joke. It landed flat. He went for it, but the whole country seemed to really come down hard on Pete Davidson.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah, it's horribly disrespectful. And of all weekends, this is Veterans Day. Is
Yeah.
that today?
Mhm.
Should give a shout out to all our veterans. We know some guys that serve and thank them for their service. And
Are you gonna get a hoorah out of you, or a Semper
Hoorah.
Fi, or
Semper Fi? Hell yeah.
And thank you to Bob. Bob served. My dad served.
Yeah,
Bill served.
absolutely.
Bill actually went, and he was the subject of a Veterans Day event. He went to Sweet Pies Elementary School.
Get out of
He
here.
was up on stage
He
and everything.
did?
They sang the Star Spangled Banner and everything.
Whoa, what
Yeah.
was this recently?
It was Friday.
Wow.
Yeah, he went, and like 30 other veterans adorned the stage. And
What
were
was
on
he?
it.
What was he? Was he in infantry? What was
Yeah,
his?
he was an army guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like the army guy, like the little guy,
He
green
was, yeah,
guys.
yeah, he was the sniper guy.
He was the guy that lays on his belly with a gun.
lying prone. Yeah, he was that guy.
He wasn't the parachute guy that never opened. How do
God,
those guys
no.
even survive? Those parachutes
know.
blow. TV commercial.
You couldn't throw him high enough to get him to
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
dude, I remember trying to go like freaking from like the second floor of the house
Yeah.
and be like, just boom.
open. Yeah, they never
Yeah, they
worked.
suck, and the commercials look so tits, didn't they? It was like, oh my god, I just wanted one time for that shoot to open and for that guy.
Oh,
to just,
those in the GI Joe
Oh,
action
oh my
figure
God.
commercials. God, were those tits, weren't they?
Yeah.
Oh,
How they
dude, I
had
used to
Cobra
literally
and the bad guys coming upon GI Joe and his guys.
when you're
Gross.
young and it's like I know it's dumb, but like I saw those and I would see them and think like,
It worked, didn't
oh
it?
my
Marketing
god,
works.
dude, they're gonna freaking. I mean, I'm gonna put these things in the water or something or whatever they were, and they were gonna fire and it was gonna be real. And then you get them and it just be like, yeah.
yeah, any toy that promised that it shot.
Oh
Something,
my god.
I was like, Star Wars action figure with movable parts and an actual shooting gun, and you're like, dude, I wish I could just, knowing what I know now, go back and tell my younger self,
Yeah.
like, dude, Boba Fett's gun blows. It is not going to shoot like you want it to. It's just not.
Hold on, you're
Ever.
referring to the Rocket and Boba Fett's backpack, his jetpack.
Yeah.
That's a limited. If you had that, Mike, that's
worth a fortune.
Yeah, it's worth like $8,000 or some shit.
I was using him as an example because I couldn't remember what other ones fired shit, but I
Yeah,
know
the
some of them
spring-loaded
did.
mechanisms in the 1980s were not super strong.
By the way, I saw Solo, a Star Wars.
Dude,
movie.
I watched it over the weekend too, and I liked it more the second time that I saw it.
That's funny. G said that. G watched it and he watched it again with me. He's like, dude, I actually am liking this movie more.
Dude, that got
when I see it.
that got a really bad rap, I think. It's a good movie. What'd you think?
I did not think it was bad. Like, I went in with super low expectations because I know it did a shitload of money, but it's Star Wars, so they're expecting to make $1 trillion or it's a failure. So when it makes $600 million, it's not up to they're talking about not doing the rest of the story. It's like, are you shitting me?
Right.
And I guess the people had a real problem with the guy that played Solo. And I was like,
yeah, I thought he was good.
I thought he was good too.
He's not
His
Harrison
mannerisms,
Ford,
but dude, he had a lot of the mannerisms that you think of with Han Solo. I thought he had those down. I really did.
I thought Glover was great as Lando.
Dude, you could hear Lando
Gambino.
in him.
Yeah.
Like the way he talked, the way, like all of it, you could see it and hear it.
I like that they have all these plans, dude, and now they're just like, we might not do it. We might not just finish this. Are you kidding?
No. They're gonna continue to do the 3-part series.
Oh, okay.
But the backstories,
Gotcha.
they had like Boba Fett planned, they
Gotcha.
had Obi-Wan Kenobi planned,
Yeah.
all this shit, and they saw how Solo kind of landed with a thud, and they're rethinking like,
Yeah, okay.
can we do these ones that kind of fit into the chronology? Because Rogue One did so well.
Yeah.
That bridged the gap between the prequels and A New Hope, and that was excellent, and everybody loved it. But that was like a war movie. You have to look at Solo as like a mob movie, because that's really what it was. It's
Right.
like a caper
Yeah.
mob movie, and it doesn't involve the Force and all the shit that goes around with the Force and all
Right.
the mysticism there.
Yeah.
So I think some hardcores were like, well, we don't even get to see like anybody lift up with their magic hand,
Yeah.
And it's in the universe, but it's a fucking mob movie.
See, I thought that I was under the impression that they were going to do.
It's actually in a galaxy far, far away.
Right. Sure.
Just wanted
Understood. I'm glad you cleared that
For
up.
the record.
I thought they were going to do this Solo one, and then we'd follow the story of Solo further.
I don't know about that.
I could be totally wrong, because that makes
Well,
more sense that they would just do a Boba Fett one next. and
Here's
then
the thing, Mike. If they followed it further, as you know, at the end of that movie, he was going to see Jabba about a job.
It was Jabba, right?
So Jabba, he ends up losing the load that pisses off Jabba, and that's his problem in A New Hope. So there's not a ton to bridge there, but I guess they could do another movie.
Yeah. Because they didn't say, I'm going to see Jabba.
He said, I'm going to see a big mobster on Tatooine.
Yeah. And so you're like, oh, that's gotta
him.
be Jabba. Which, if that was the end of the story, why wouldn't they have him go and meet Jabba? Like, end it there. So it would make sense that you would do another one, but.
Yeah, there's a gap to fill there. I just don't. I could see why, if it didn't hit in the theaters, why they would pull back on that. It's not necessary to do it.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the big reveal at the end, though? Spoiler alert. Darth Maul. Oh,
yeah. That was cool.
People were clamoring for that character to be more involved than he was in Phantom Menace.
And I'm trying to remember what he was doing. He was talking to what's her name, right?
Yeah. To the mobster boss, the chick who ended up Kira, ended up leading the mob.
Does that fit the storyline going forward?
Well, that's the thing, man. I guess in these books that coincide with the movies and shit, like there is this whole tangent where Darth Maul does become some mob boss.
Really?
But the problem is he got cut in half.
Yeah.
At the end of the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
So if you look, he is Cyborg from waist down in that hologram that they show. Yeah.
Really? I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it again.
That was the big moment for big Star Wars fans in that movie.
The other thing was I think everyone was like, oh, Chewbacca, the meeting with Chewbacca.
How badass was that?
Fucking cool. That was very cool. The way they did that, I thought was really good. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. My brother was just like, dude, I've got it here. You watch it. It's good. You like Star Wars. And I'm like, I just didn't hear that many good things about it,
Yeah, me and the tiny girl watched it again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I thought it was good. You're not going to go wrong there. But anyways, back to Pete Davidson. I don't know how we got sidetracked. And Dan Crenshaw. Did you watch the SNL thing?
Yeah,
did you see what they did? What did you think of it personally?
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I did too. And I thought it was good. And it's funny, like Pete Davidson was despised by the nation like in an instant a week ago. He was hated by the right and the left. Everybody at once piled on, and now it's like, oh man, Pete Davidson, he's like back again now, and he's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just so weird.
I guess if he could have wound something in there like, hey, I meant no disrespect to the veteran, and maybe he did. I didn't see that part of it, but that was the part that I thought most people kind of were pissed about, was that final statement where he was just like, yeah, he was in a war or whatever. Yeah, it was just really disrespectful, especially for a dude who lost his dad in 9/11. I don't know if you've heard that.
I have heard
But then
that.
guys who went and fought because of that and got injured or killed during that process. It's like, dude, you're a douche. You're a fucking douche for saying that.
And that's what people felt. I mean, that was across the board.
So he's willing to take a few hits as a comedian. You would expect that. He allowed Ben Crenshaw, whoever the hell he is, to rip on him, which was good. But he should have said something like, hey, and by the way, I meant no disrespect, and I shouldn't have said that.
I don't know. I don't think he did say anything like that. He looks uncomfortable, by the way. Like, when someone's like, hey, man, I missed the mark. I'm sorry. Obviously, I lost my dad in 9/11. I understand what it's like to give lose a family member in service to the country. I personally understand it.
That's what a mature person would do.
Yeah.
But he just seems like a dopey, immature fuckhead.
Fucking weird hair. I thought it was cool though, and I think Dan Crenshaw just launched himself onto the scene like this. The people fell in love with that dude, and his whole like never forget speech at the end of it, and was trending like crazy all weekend. And so
as off-putting as that eye patch is, my God, it's tough to get by, isn't it?
Look, I am so thankful and grateful for his service. I can't even imagine what it's like to put yourself in harm's way. You're in Afghanistan, IEDs going off that literally blow your eyeball apart and almost ruin your other eye too. But it's like the eye
options,
patch. The eye, it's like, it seems like we could do better.
I agree, man.
Like
it's tough.
What is the glass eye not an option for some reason?
I'd go googly. I told you that.
Can you?
One of those plastic googly eyes. You shake your head. And
yeah. Oh yeah. Like the Philly,
the fanatic,
the new Philly, Philadelphia Flyers mascot. No, I would do something like that too, like have an 8-ball eye.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
8-ball. That would work.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. Kermit the Frog eye. Have you seen Kermit the Frog's pupils? You know how it's he has that unique
yellow
pupil. No, they're just uniquely shaped.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
If I did
just
8-ball,
back to the frog,
If I did 8-ball, I'd want it to be where I could go like this, and then it would answer a question.
Hell yeah!
If you just like shook your head, and it was like, the Lions gonna win another game this year. Outlook is doubtful. You know what I mean? And it's like, Jay, what does my eye say? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I could lie to you.
I'm looking in the mirror. It's backwards. Yeah, but the eye patch, it's a ballsy move because it begs the question. It's like, no, you want to discuss. Like, you sit down at a table in a strange room with people you don't know, and you're pulling that move off.
Well, it's in your face. Like, I'm not ashamed of this, and I don't give a shit how I look on it.
Yeah, I think it'd just be uncomfortable though.
Yeah.
The fucking
the thing wrapped around your head like that.
It's weirdly wrapped around his head too. It comes off too high on the skull.
It's very 14th century. Like,
yeah. It's like if a guy went to war and he comes back and he's literally got the peg leg, the wooden leg.
That's all we got, sure.
Yeah, but we don't know. We got way more.
We've got titanium. We've got
there's bionic shit going on now. But he's like, no, I'm going old school with the patch. Which do you take that off at night? Is that something you have to wash out, or
you have to? It'd get all wrapped up. I mean, I've worn earbuds at night. You wake up and then they're all over the place.
I mean,
gotta believe that thing would be wrapped around your ear and your mouth.
In his defense, this is custom built. That is not when you're going to get it like a gag shop, like you're
Party City.
Party City, USA.
That
it's like
band around my forehead and then the ear would be so annoying.
I know.
If you get sweaty at all, you'd have to have different ones for the sweat.
Is it a little normcore and hipster?
Sort of. You think there's going to be a run on eye patches?
Maybe. I don't know.
Would you put on an eye patch even if you didn't need one? Because haven't you worn glasses without lens? No.
God, that Pete Davidson is a douchebag.
I actually like Pete too. His stand-up is not bad, and he's brutally honest. He's one of those dudes, and I respect him. He's young. He's a young guy. He said something stupid, and I don't know. It worked. We shouldn't play it just because NBC will
shut us down.
Shut us down big time. But I thought it was funny when his phone rang. And it's his ringtone is an Ariana Grande song. He's like, you gonna answer that? No, that's funny.
Hey, everybody, college tackle ball is heating up, so stop by the Hamlin Pub to watch your favorite team on one of their numerous TVs and enjoy sports specials like the $7 medium hand-tossed pizzas, boneless wings, or the Nacho Supreme. Of course, these specials are good at all 5 Hamlin Pub locations, those being Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and the 2 in Shelby Township.
Let's take a quick timeout, Jay.
Sure.
Did you see the video that was released over the weekend of Tucker Carlson at the country club?
I did.
Michael Evan, it would. What? We'll discuss it next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. cast continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
Welcome back to the show. Mike and Jay. And mentioned Tucker Carlson just before break there.
Yes.
And of course, it's Michael Avenatti is involved. And have you watched Tucker lately, or at much during the whole Stormy Daniels thing when that shitty attorney Michael Avenatti was everywhere?
We're talking about Tucker, Swanson, McNear, Carlson.
Exactly.
Yeah, doesn't he call Avenatti the creepy porn lawyer?
And I don't know what that's from, but that's how he addresses him. Oh, an update on creepy porn
And
lawyer.
then he went on his show and it was under the agreement that Tucker not call him the creepy porn lawyer, not address him as that.
Really?
So they put in the scroll. I only heard this. I would have figured you'd seen this.
No, I didn't see
They
it.
put in the scroll, joining Tucker today as the creepy porn lawyer.
Oh, that's hilarious. But Tucker didn't technically say that's funny as shit. Well, video came out Saturday. And apparently this happened like a month ago, like October 13th or something. And Tucker Swanson McNear Carlson was at the country club with his like a couple adult children, like a 19-year-old daughter and 21-year-old son. And of course he's at the country club.
Yeah, I didn't figure that was his first time at a country club.
Yeah, he doesn't know what a restaurant is if you don't like have to pay dues to be there, right?
I guess I didn't realize he had such old children before this.
Yeah.
I know we looked them up the other day, and
he's got a bunch of, doesn't he? Well, he's got 4. He must have had another relationship or something. Because I know he's got like 4 daughters that live with him now.
All right.
But I think he's got a couple older. I know he's got one son at
prior
least.
Prior marriage or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But
they're just hitting it around town, just alley-catting it. Tucker McNear.
Oh, of course. But so this video has been under wraps, but now this creepy porn lawyer, Michael Avenatti, has come out and been like, oh, Tucker Carlson assaulted someone and blah, blah, blah. And I've got witnesses and throws all this shit out there. And so this video has come out over the weekend about this incident. And of course, it's like Tucker attacked a gay Latino man at a bar, blah, 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 blah. And Tucker, I mean, he's stuck answering for this. Like, dude, like I knew this fucking guy was a homo Latino guy. Like, what do I give a shit? Honestly. And so he's calling this an assault accusation, admitting that his adult son splashed through wine in this guy's face.
Like, guy called his sister a cunt, right?
Yeah. And Tucker's daughter, his son's sister. Yeah. And so you cunt. So what Tucker said, Tucker issued a statement to the press, like, okay, since this fucking creepy porn lawyer asshole is coming out with this, here's what happened, and we'll show you the video. It's funny to see Tucker like, get the fuck out of here, over and over to this guy. But Tucker says, October 13th, I had dinner with 2 of my children and some family friends at the Farmington Country Club in Charlottesville, Virginia. Yes. Toward the end of the meal, my 19-year-old daughter went to the bathroom with a friend. Why do chicks always pair up to go to the bathroom, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's an age-old stupid thing, but it is still kind of weird, isn't it?
Yes.
Like if you and I and E are at dinner, it's like, I'm going to the men's room. It's like, ooh, Jay, you want to come with me? Like,
no.
That would never happen, ever. We wouldn't even dream of it. Anyway, getting sidetracked here. So anyway, on their way back through the bar, a middle-aged man stopped my daughter and asked if she was sitting with Tucker Carlson. My daughter had never seen this man before. She answered, that's my dad, and pointed to me. The man responded, are you Tucker's whore? He then called her a fucking cunt.
Oof.
Yeah. My daughter returned to the table in tears. My son went into the bar to confront the man. I followed. My son asked the man if he'd called his sister a whore and a cunt. The man admitted he had, and again became profane. My son threw a glass of red wine in the man's face.
That's lame as fuck. You pop him or you don't.
Yeah, red wine.
Yeah, it is very.
You boorish fool.
Yeah.
You throw wine in his face.
Yeah. Why don't you just pull
you give him the old shove in the sternum.
Yeah.
And then you say, what's up, right?
I mean, it would be equally, dude, if he was like, my son pulled out his white glove and slapped him across the face.
You, sir, challenged to a duel?
Yeah.
I mean,
why did he bring his wine over with him to make this confrontation?
Because he was going to throw it in his face.
Okay. That's a fair question. Like, if you were going to confront someone, it's like, hand me my wine.
Yeah.
Going to the bar. No, you'd just leave your wine there and be like, I'm going to go fuck this dude up, man. That's an interesting take. He brought the wine over there. It was premeditated.
Dude, that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would he have brought the wine over with him?
So anyways, my son threw the red wine. And now, is it...
Any chance Tucker's son was in the studio last night? Because I'm looking at
you noticed the
pretty large red wine stain all over the white carpet here. Yeah.
You've noticed the port red wine stain.
I have, and I'm going to take the liberty to move this rug out of the way to see if perhaps it's covering up part of the stain. May I?
Sure, you may.
Want to move that chair?
Oh boy.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Move that chair a little bit,
Oh,
Jay.
boy.
Oh, shit,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
See that?
That's yeah, we can see it.
Oh, it's a doozy.
It is a doozy.
What would you compare that to? A galaxy? Does it look
Cum
like a
squirter,
galaxy?
to be honest with you.
Cum what?
Like someone jerked off.
It's quite a loady.
Boy, oh boy, and that guy needs to be checked too. I mean, like if
Well,
someone's cum looks like that.
So,
No, but I mean, that's
did
what
the
the-
trip occur by the Pabst Blue Ribbon fridge? Is that what I'm looking at?
Here's
I'm trying to reenact kind of.
Here's what happened. I mentioned Darren McCarty was here, and he
Oh,
was
Darren didn't have anything to do with that.
No,
Come on.
3 years without a drop of alcohol. No, he had nothing to do with that. But people were like over here, and Christine is the girl that was like, she's got a couple kids that play hockey, youth hockey. She's like, hey, could you send a message to them? And in the excitement, he's like, yeah, what's their names? And she's filming this, and he's doing the thing. And somehow, I wasn't down here when it happened. I don't know if you were, E.
I was not.
But at some
Somebody
point,
body checked Christine.
there was a solo cup, I think, involved with wine in it.
Drinking
And-
wine out of a solo cup?
And that's a hell of a spill. That's almost like you dropped the cup, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not
that's
like
a crime scene, dude.
yeah. And so there's already been thing, hey, I'm gonna get a service over there to clean it up, and it's just don't worry about it. People felt awful. A lot of people. There were people on hands and knees. Do you
Yeah.
have any club soda? Can we get
Oh,
some
club soda.
And
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
yeah, there's no getting that out.
Yeah, that's not.
And
Well, at least you're not trying to sell the house or anything, you know?
right. Oh no, actually, I am.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
The real estate sign out front.
Yeah.
Douglas, yeah.
The red wine that was thrown in this gentleman's, the gay Latino's face, is it more badass? It was because red. I guarantee whatever this man was wearing is ruined. Had it been a Chardonnay, a white, something you would eat with, drink with fish, while you would get the liquid in the face, it wouldn't necessarily ruin the outfit.
There's a reason why this story includes the word red wine and not just
Yeah.
wine. Just as the story about Tucker's door getting beat down
Oak.
was oak. There's a
Mhm.
reason for it. It hits you in a different way. It's like, fuck, they broke a oak door?
Yeah.
Fuck, he threw red wine in his face? Absolutely.
So you think
It's
Tucker's
worse.
specifically mentioning, so subconsciously we know, okay, well, this guy's suit was ruined with red wine. The oak door would be very, very, very strong. I'm getting it. I'm getting it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's painting a picture.
Immediately after the incident, I described these events to the management of the club. The club spent 3 weeks investigating. Last week, they revoked the man's membership and threw him out of the club. Gone. I love my children. Most people do. It's not like I don't even know you need to put that in there. It took enormous self-control not to beat the man with a chair. See, if you're wording a statement to send out, like you're carefully wording it, like with a chair. You know what I mean? Like with my fists. It took great restraint not to beat the shit out of the guy or punch him with my fist. With a chair?
Again, though, that's imagery, right? We've now been.
It took great self-control on my part not to beat the man with a chair.
Wow.
Which
okay.
I wanted to do. But I restrained myself. I did not assault this man, and neither did my son. That is a lie. Nor did I know the man was gay or Latino. Not that it would have mattered. What happened has nothing to do with identity politics. It was a grotesque violation of decency. Oh, McNear. Oh,
Oh, Swanson McNear.
I've never seen anything like it in my life. Avenatti responded by posting anonymous statements that he claims were written by witnesses to the event. And the alleged witness wrote that after Carlson's son splashed wine in Juan's face, getting more information on the gay Latino Juan, Juan retaliates. I saw Juan retaliate to the assault by the same means, throwing a glass of wine at him. This was a wine duel.
These two people throwing glass
in a country
ridiculous.
club. In a country club.
God, what a couple pussies.
Immediately after that, I saw Mr. Tucker Carlson get very close to Juan's face and say, "Get the fuck out of here," multiple times. Juan responded, "I'm not going to get out of here. I live here."
Tucker's bow tie almost rubbed the man's chest.
Absolutely.
It's that close.
Another witness, produced by Avenatti, denied that Juan had called Carlson's daughter a whore or a cunt.
So we haven't drilled down on Avenetti's involvement here, right?
He wasn't
He's
there,
just
by the
there.
way.
He's just the guy everybody fucking calls now, right? And he's more than happy to jump into the limelight. He's sort of like the Gloria Allred or locally here Feiger.
Avenatti claims that Carlson was intoxicated. Carlson is like, dude, I haven't had a drink of alcohol in 16 years.
Tucker Swanson, McNear Carlson, that Tucker.
Yeah.
No, that's his famous thing, right? He's been dry for
many years, 16 years. My guess is, and I wasn't there, neither was Avenatti.
Interesting.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me in there.
I
can't afford the dues.
It took you this long of you reading this whole thing to let us know, first of all, you weren't there.
Well, I just want to be transparent and clear.
I know.
I was not there. So anything I'm about to say is speculation and conjecture at its finest.
Okay.
But my guess is that from what I know about the Carlson family, they're not looking to pick fights in country clubs with strange people. I can absolutely believe that a homosexual immigrant Latino man would have issues with Tucker Carlson's politics. And I could absolutely, we've seen it all over the country where they're getting in these guys' faces. It wouldn't surprise me at all if someone saw the girl leave the table and was like, are you sitting with Tucker Carlson? Yeah, it's my dad. Wow, you whore, you fucking cunt. You cunt! Couldn't you see, doesn't that seem like way more likely that that's, I'm not here to defend, Swanson, but it just seems like, that's probably more likely what happened is that someone said something to the daughter. She comes back to the table in tears and, where's my wine?
It's all too believable that a son of Tucker Swanson McNear Carlson would grab a glass of wine and throw it on someone.
Absolutely. And it was probably not a cheap glass either. I don't know if he got the bottle and saved a couple bucks, but it was probably not cheap.
Do you think he ordered it on his way there?
Maybe. Oh, well, that would be.
Ordered a new glass.
Again, now we're talking about premeditation. You know what I mean? Instead of like walking in on your wife, banging some dude and you just fits of rage.
Yeah. Bring me your finest Chianti! He's running toward the bar.
Waiters are rushing. Whoosh! And the guy's like, how dare you? Whoosh!
Yeah, that's what a scene that would have been.
What a scene. Whoosh! Whoosh! You son of a... How dare you?
Waiter! Another Chianti!
Post haste! Whoosh!
God.
Let me see the video. You want to see the video of this? Obviously, someone picks it up after the duel with the wine glass.
Yeah, that's the only thing I wish I would have seen is the duel with the wine glass.
Yeah, I want more information about that.
Oh, whatever.
Guys, you better get the fuck out of here. Guys, get out of here.
Listen to Carlson, man.
Yeah.
Fucking guys, get the fuck out of here.
I love this person that's filming but still has to drink their drink.
Hey.
Oh, I guess he's just standing there.
Don't do it. Get this fucking. Hey! Come on! You get the fuck out of here. Well, I'm not doing anything.
Guys, language.
There's no excuse
You're not going to defend that guy. You know what he did?
I'm saying there's no excuse for violence.
That's right. Get him out of here or there will be some.
I've just said there's no excuse for violence.
Guys,
There's no excuse for violence.
Yes.
Stop.
Cooler heads, gentlemen.
Dude, in a club like that,
I know.
that shit just...
How funny would it be, though? You're sitting in this country club, and it's like, oh, is that Tucker Carlson and his family having dinner? And then you're sitting there, and Tucker Carlson's going, get the fuck out of here. This guy you watch on the on TV every day. This fucking asshole.
It'd
Get the
be fun.
fuck out of here. You would have to film that.
Oh, I would
absolutely need to.
In landscape.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve Gabar on the hottest sales staff in Oakland County are excited about Zott Ford's Black Friday Sign and Drive Zero Cash Due event going on now. Lease a new 18 Ford Fusion as low as $121 a month, Sign and Drive Zero Cash Due, or lease a new 18 Ford Escape as low as $141 a month, Sign and Drive Zero Cash Due. How about leasing a new 18 Ford Edge as low as $188 a month, Sign and Drive Zero Cash Due? Finally, lease a new 18 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 as low as $212 a month. Sign and Drive Zero Cash Due.
Are we still saying Black Friday? I mean, does that seem a bit outmoded as a
African
term?
American Friday?
Yeah,
Is that what you're suggesting?
I don't know. I'm not going to tell Steve how to write his copy, but it leapt off the page as soon as you said Black Friday. I was like, oh, Jay, you want
it's
that
in there
rolling
many
off the tongue?
times too, I think.
Wow. Well, whatever. Were we? Should we get to some email, Jay?
We should. Hey, everybody, if you want to write into the show, send us your thoughts to email@detroitcast.com. Like Pete did.
Oh, hi, Pete.
Pete wrote in concerning
Peter, please, Peter.
substitute teaching.
Yeah.
Jay, heard the episode about you considering substitute teaching. I work at a school, and we are always looking for good substitutes. We also have 3 others that are affiliated, basically located in the four corners of Oakland County, so there are locations closer to your vacation city. Our classes, where living is a vacation.
Right.
Our classes might be easier for you to sub in, as we have only 2 sessions, 2.5 hours each, and the students are working on more hands-on activities versus a conventional classroom. Typically, there will be other teachers or assistants in the area to help you out, so you're not totally alone.
Not needed.
Yeah, I've got Mike and E. I mean, you can,
dude. Plus, this idea, like, it's more structured. Like, dude, don't tell me how to run my classroom, okay? Jay takes the role. Jay's got this shit.
I've done substitute teaching before when I was getting my teaching degree, and this is by far the way to go as an introduction to teaching. Let me know if you need more info to start. You can check out our website at this, and I will, Pete. I will definitely check that out. He also says, longtime listener, P.S. I go back to when Mike Clark was calling into shows from the Guardian building. I worked there at Mishkan the same time he was there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It does go way back.
That's way back.
Dave writes in, what up, fags? And Big E. My brother and I have been listeners since day one. On Saturday night, we attended the monthly trivia contest at our local social club. One of the questions was, what is another term for Scrivener's palsy? He looked at me and I looked at him. We almost immediately said at the same time, that's not Jay's favorite palsy. We immediately broke up in uncontrollable laughter in the room.
Cerebral, right?
Cerebral, Mike.
Because mine's always been Bell's, but
in a room of 100 plus serious trivia contestants. I don't think we even heard the next 2 questions. The answer, by the way, is writer's cramp.
Oh,
I thought he was going to say writer's block, but writer's cramp. That makes sense.
Weak palsy, isn't it?
Scrivener's palsy.
I mean, E suffered from it this weekend writing that letter.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what you had?
Yeah.
You had a touch of the palsy.
Good point. You guys making fun of me, and here I had this palsy thing.
Disability. Hey, his show's been good lately, he says, but up your game, fags! And Big E.
Attacking your goat, dude. Hang on to your goat.
Different Dave writes in with a grievance of sorts. Let's see. I don't even know if. I guess I'll put him to the clock, just to be, formal.
Sure.
Got grievance with people who drive with their hazard lights on in the rain and snow. I've started seeing more and more of this in the past few years. I have no problem with flashers on for emergency vehicles or disabled cars, as that's necessary. I feel the people who drive with hazards on during inclement weather are pushing an agenda to everyone else. We're all going slow already and know the weather's bad. It is not necessary to do this, Dave.
What?
Boy, the notion that it's new and it's pushing an agenda, I sort of buy, man. I have seen this the past few years. More and more people are putting their flashers on in just rainy, sleety kind of weather.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
So what are they calling attention to? Like, everyone, get away from me. Get away. It's raining.
It's similar to the thing that I've seen where, and this has happened over the last 10 years big time. This did not happen when we were kids. There's maybe a quick stoppage or there's a slowdown, and the person in front of you swerves into the shoulder, under the shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, don't hit me in the ass. I'm swerving onto the shoulder.
Yeah.
Thereby swerving just aimlessly onto the shoulder where there might be people or
sure,
a car broken down or something.
Absolutely.
They've, created a nuisance in and of themselves. But
so
I think both of those things go to this sort of like, I don't know, pussifying of the.
I call this guy a pussy, an old man. Who gives a fuck? Just do your thing, man. What do you care?
Drive past him?
Right.
Boy, but if there's an agenda behind this, none of us want to be part of an agenda.
No, I certainly
not
don't.
Unknowingly.
So he's suggesting that maybe perhaps wool is being pulled in some sense.
Yeah.
That's
the suggestion?
What is the proper time for
put your hazards on?
Yeah.
Only when you're in a hazardous problem, right? Only if your car is disabled in some way. That's what it used to be.
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck, that guy's got a flat, and he's trying to get off under the shoulder. Or, oh shit, there's oil burning off that thing. You can tell he's in distress.
I can't get my car out of second gear.
But now he's
on the freeway.
Yeah.
See that guy?
Just has it wound up. He's trying.
Dude, he's
doing
at
his best.
9,000 RPMs.
Yeah.
With his hazards
on.
That
guy, that would be fair. Hazards on. Or you've got like a wide load or some shit that you're.
Wide load, always fair.
Yeah, but this whole I'm with this is a new thing. I'm totally recognizing that with Dave.
So if a guy
my only
comes
problem
out,
is it a grievance? Is it a bona fide grievance, or is it just being a pussy? As he says, is it just
kind of
enough
pussy-ish? I mean, maybe we give him a B+ or a B. Are you willing to even grant him a B?
I think I think it might be if you're gonna drive slow and like a fucking pussy old man,
Yep.
and you're one of these people who are gonna put on their hazards now. I guess it's probably better that they do so.
So
Why do I have a problem with it? Because there's some fucking agenda. No, I don't have a problem. Pussy old man, Dave.
So
pussy old man.
You come out to your car. There's a brick through the one of the rear windows, and you've got to go with the garbage bag tape job on it. Do you hazard that, or is that no, dude?
No,
deal with it. That's not a hazard.
If you're
issue.
mechanically fine, then you go with it.
Muffler falls off, and you're just loud as fuck.
No.
Okay.
Then you're loud as fuck.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dave, listener Dave, but you've got a pussy old man from me.
I'll give him a B- bona fide.
Really? Easus, pussy old man?
Pussy old man.
Yeah. Just ignore it, Dave. Drive on and be safe. Mike writes in, making your own alcohol. And this came up when we were discussing the Michigan legalizing pot. We kind of branched off into talking about brewing your own beer and shit. What's up, fags? To your discussion in Sonic.
Bringing that term back, dude. I'm telling you, I wanted some spaghetti and faggots over the weekend more than you can fucking imagine.
Did you have any?
I didn't, but I wanted some. Yeah.
To your discussion in sonnet number 1162. I've been brewing my own beer at home for a couple of years. I can't speak to making your own whiskey or moonshine because I don't know, but thanks to legislation passed by the Jimmy Carter administration, private citizens are allowed to brew up to 100 gallons of beer at home, provided, of course, it is for personal consumption, not for sale. 100 gallons doesn't sound like it doesn't.
100 gallons, yeah. It doesn't.
100.
To me, it sounds like now you've got one of those big barrel things and shit or whatever. Like
100 gallons doesn't sound like much, but considering that 5 gallons is about 2 cases, 24 12-ounce bottles, it's pretty difficult to reach that 100-gallon threshold. I would agree with you, Mike.
Yeah.
I currently have 2 different batches, 5 and 3 gallons respectively, fermenting in my basement right now, and that will last me about 6 to 8 months. Love the show. It's been great lately. And I'm not buying Mike's cock ring story, says Mike. Yeah, I think
I gotta lie about that.
The stay hard beveled, what was it?
Rock hard beaded cock rings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, I heard about it all weekend. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure did. My dad, I was with my dad. We went to lunch over the weekend, and I was like, so did you hear your wife? She goes, ugh, disgusting. As soon as she said big black cock, I was like, Patty, and I punched out. I couldn't handle it.
Oh, you know what, dude?
He bailed. As soon as his wife said big black cock,
Mike
black dick, whatever she said.
I didn't think about this, but Mike revealed that he witnessed his dad crying at a meal.
You know, he listens to this show. He was not going to listen to the other show. Thank you for that.
Sorry.
So
did not witness my dad cry. No, that is not true. That is a false story.
All right. Members area?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
He's not a member, is he? Bob's not a member. He could become one. Go to DetroitCast.com. There you will find a tab labeled members area. So, Bob, if you want to hear us talk about you, you can go there in the members area.
You've done that too.
Sorry. Jeez.
Different Mike writes in. We were talking about going down the rabbit hole on YouTube reaction videos. This dude apparently gets rock off nerds going into arcades and emptying out claw machines.
What?
Apparently there's a bunch of videos.
What?
Where nerds go into arcades and empty out claw machines.
Like they win?
Yeah, I guess. And listener Mike sits there and watches them, man.
Yeah, we don't have time today, but we're gonna have to watch some of those.
I know.
Bookmark that or something.
Yeah.
We should do that tomorrow.
And then Bone Job, our friend Bone Job,
Oh, he
chimes
isn't
in.
listening. Was this from a couple years ago? Did you just find this in the pile?
Hey guys, ever since my 4-year-old ratted me out, I've been starting the podcast after I drop him off at daycare. Yeah, I remember we swore or something, and he called us out, told mommy.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. This morning I figured I'd go ahead and start it with my son still in the car. Most mornings you guys talk about random things for the first few minutes. Not this morning. This morning started with a nice cock ring discussion.
Oh boy. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Needless to say, I turned it off, but now all I can hope that he doesn't rat me out this evening when my wife, Mrs. Pornstar, gets home. Oh, that's Mrs. Job, I think. I think he spelled it wrong.
Yeah, Bone Job.
Best Bone Job. Oh, sorry, Bone Job. We are,
that.
an adult. I'd say it's mature rated.
Absolutely.
Mature.
Yeah. And I mean, slow down on the punch out button. You know what I mean? Like, dude, the build up was like, you knew something horrible was coming.
Right. It wasn't like you
gonna
just
be
started going,
I found a
cock
Kleenex
rings.
box upstairs and my mom saw it too. No, there was something horrific coming.
Gross.
Yeah.
Save the rest for tomorrow.
Very good. Very good. We should mention Grind Time with Darren McCarty. New episode. We just recorded last night.
GrindTimePodcast.com.
There you go, GrindTimePodcast.com. You can listen to it there. And Darren was celebrating. Today is actually the day. His 3 years, no alcohol or pills. So congratulations to him. He gets into all of that stuff, and you can hear him almost want to punch me a couple times too. So thanks to everybody that helped us with that. And I guess we'll call it a day there, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.